name of the game. That comes with the territory. I do have wins I will share, but let's start with one of you here. Who's got a win to share? Bless us, encourage us.
I got a referral from a real estate agent for a bank statement loan.
Awesome.
That one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a great win. A referral and a non-QM product. Mm-hmm. Congrats. How did that, if you don't mind, how did that kind of come about? Like, is this a transaction you close on and agent was like, hey, Alex, you did a fantastic job, or tell us the story.
No, she had this client. He's just very aggressive. And he's like, I guess a lot of people don't want to deal with him, but I spoke to him. I calmed him down. I told him I'm here to help. He really likes me. So I built that report with him, and he just needs help qualifying. He can't find someone to help him. So hopefully, he sent his bank statements today. I've just been organizing them.
Okay.
And I'm going to see right now the DTI and exactly, he makes like between $16,000 to $27,000 a month. And, but he hasn't filed his taxes this year and last year. So
no problem though, right?
Yeah.
With the bank statement program. Yeah.
So
that's
hopefully,
great.
I called Change Wholesale and I pitched them the scenario and stuff, and they said they could help. So
okay, good. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to bank statements, the biggest thing hopefully I get to close. This is one of my headaches, but just know, depending on the expense factor, that's going to limit to where you go. So if you need maximum income and you need that, like the lowest, I think, Brenda, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think there are lenders that allow up to 10% expense ratio.
Yes,
but it's
correct.
very few. Like, I think NewFi for sure is one of them, and I don't know who the other ones will be, but some of them allow 20%, and then a lot, there's going to be a more handful that their minimum's like 25 or 30 even. So just be very wary of that.
When I was doing pricing through Loan Sifter, it had like programs between 1 to 12 months, but when you try like 3 months or something, it never pops up anything.
Yeah.
So is it always 12 months?
It's always 12 months. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are lenders like probably like AAA that might allow or Carrington, they'll have like a 3-month or a 6-month one, but just know your rate is going to be skyrocket high.
Yeah, Change told me that they want the 12 months, but they'll base it off the first 3 months.
Correct. Yeah. So that's great that you brought that up, because there are calculations like that as well. Yeah, where they started their business and it took a while for them to get their deposits up, and so they'll look at the last 3. Yeah. Yeah.
And another win too, I've lost over 20 pounds in the last couple months.
Wow, Alex, awesome.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm working hard.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, see you. Good job, bro.
I'm starving and working out.
I think I found it.
Sorry, was that by choice or is it because of stress of mortgage?
Both. A lot of stress, but I went to the doctors and they're kept referring me to weight loss classes, and I was like, okay, I get it. All right, I get it. I need to lose weight.
That's good, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Healthier you, a better you, a more successful you. That's what I hope and pray for. Good job. Great.
Thank you,
Alex. Let's kind of go around in circles here. You have a win?
Nothing that pops up. I did. I guess I'm already thinking about my CE. I already booked what the class is for my CE for this year. I'm heading to Vegas this year to do the CEs at the mortgage convention in Vegas.
Oh, you're gonna go to that? Okay, right on.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Awesome.
So everything was booked. I booked everything last night, so I'm ready to go. The convention is free because one of the vendors sent me a link to sign up for free, to register for free, and I took it up. I took up the offer.
Cool. Is this the Mortgage Expo or the Mortgage Summit, or okay?
The Mortgage Summit, I think. Summit. Yeah.
Okay. Is that the one that's usually hosted? Okay. They usually have big keynote speakers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like some years they had like Magic Johnson. like famous people.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's a great win, dude. Do us a favor. Once you go, come back, sharing some things that you learned. Is it the Mastermind Summit? No, right?
It's in August.
Okay. Okay.
August the 14th through the 17th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen news about it.
Is it the Mastermind or no? Is it something else?
I don't
No.
think it's the Mastermind. I think
Okay,
it's
okay.
the Mortgage Expo or something.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think it's Mortgage Connect.
Okay. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, but
Well,
regardless.
Ian's out there in Vegas, so hit him up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure.
Right
No,
on.
I think I signed up for it. I signed up for it too. It's
Oh,
called
amazing.
it's sponsored by, I don't know if it's sponsored by Carrington, but I got it from Carrington Mortgage.
Yeah.
Carrington Mortgage Services, August 14th through the 17th.
Okay.
Anybody want the link? I can.
I just found it actually. It's the original or Originator Connect.
Right.
Okay. I'll look into that. I'll look into that.
Can
Yeah,
you
but
put it in
yeah.
the chat? Yeah, look me up I'll look for you too.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, on that note, Ian, got a win for the week?
It's progressing. I mean, it's been going on for the last, I would say, week or two. So every stage of the sequence of the file, because it's a reverse mortgage.
Okay.
So it's kind of like my baby right now. It's we just had the counseling done yesterday, so I have to wait a full week for us to order appraisal and technically open escrow.
Yep.
So
Awesome.
that's progressing. We're looking to close that hopefully towards the middle of this month.
Kiers, who are you going with? What lender?
I found Jonathan over at Longbridge more helpful in this particular case.
Okay. Is that one of ours, our affiliates?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Longbridge, I've interviewed with FAR.
Okay.
And I interviewed with Money Store, or is it Money Store? Brenda, was it?
Money House.
Money House.
Okay.
They're quite limited. This guy is even saying, "Oh, your client's too old." The rep over at Money House. For that reason, we're actually going to take some off the top, where you're going to net 1%. I'm like,
Homebridge. Okay. I'll reach out to Homebridge. What was his name?
Longbridge.
Oh,
Longbridge.
Jonathan, my Latu.
Okay. And maybe we can have him as a guest speaker to go over reverses too. Okay,
Yeah,
great. Thanks.
Yeah, I vibe with him more. I think he's very patient with regards to question. One thing I found out about, kind of like the feeling I got from all of the AE in general, is that they don't want you making too much money on these deals. They get kind of squeamish because they think that the client's going to back out, go and shop it.
Yeah.
Case by case, I have this client, like literally, like it's kind of like a lay down because, they trust me. So I was just trying to price it up as high, and he keeps telling me, you sure? I'm like, dude, come on, just let me handle it. So that was kind of cool. And then I've got a couple of transactions, but most of the transactions I'm getting lately, other than this one, need a lot of hand holding. So I got to fix their credit.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So I got a handful of those. So that's an opportunity I look forward to also, because it's
great
when you win those kind of clients over and you help them.
Yeah.
They're the biggest cheerleader for you.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
That's good.
Hey, thanks for that optimism and positivity, man. That's great. No, and then you're speaking 110% truth right now. They're tough. It's like you gotta nurture. It's a lot of nurturing, but then I agree. Yeah, they are the ones that will stick with you, and continue to be repeat business. Let's go on. Let's see. So thank you, Ian. Freddie, got a quick win?
I have something today. I got a quick app, so we're going to run credit. See if we can turn that into an app.
Awesome.
It's going to be a refi cash out on our P&L.
Nice. P&L. Okay, right on. C, got a win?
My win is more of a self reflection and self improvement. So last week, you and I talked a couple of times, and I think the echoing message is being knowledgeable. So this weekend, I kind of sat down, just took a look at my last couple of files, and questions I've been asked by referral partners, and I gotta admit, there's a lot I don't know. And I don't like telling people that I'm an expert and a consultant when I don't fully know everything. So I've really taken the time to spend at least 30 minutes per day, just learning about products and little details that I may not know. And I'm just hoping that by doing that, I could truly be an expert and really know what I'm selling and how to help people.
Awesome. Hey, see, thank you for saying that. I'm going to circle back on that in a little bit, but thank you for your humility and just transparency. Guys, mortgage is simple. You don't need a high school education to do mortgage, but at the same token, it comes with a lot. And the ones that can separate themselves from the rest of the pack are those who are willing to do the deeper dives beyond just, hey, what's your credit score? How much down payment? So I can calculate DTI. There's a lot of nuances. And before I dive into that, let's see. Hannah, I'm going to pick on you. I don't see you, but a quick win for you.
It's just the pipelines with DPA clients. So one is moving for either HOP or Greenlines, and the other one is with Dream for All. So as of yesterday, his waiting number is number 1. So it's getting closer. So it's about to start looking for properties starting this weekend.
Great. Did you say you're also doing a green line?
Greenlines, yeah.
Are you in escrow right now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
She's still,
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely love to keep tabs on that one. Yeah, I've never done one. I've never experienced it or heard about it. So it'll be great to kind of learn from that experience. Be great. Yeah, so for me, guys, it's kind of in the same vein that C said. So my win for the week, actually, I'm going to shout this out on behalf of our processing team. And as a whole, and specifically, if I can, I'll throw it out to Gia. So I've been dealing with this measly $250,000 transaction in Lake Elsinore. This is the one, guys, where I told you it was we had to get an FHA spot approval, right? And not only that, like the borrower wanted to cancel it. The listing agent call says no. Literally, his words were, "Hell no, we're not canceling. We're not going to give him his EMD deposit back, and we're going to see this all the way through because I have my sellers who are in escrow, and they're going to lose their deposit now." So he's like, "No, we're going to go through this." So we got the FHA condo spot approved done, right? It was just another amazing story. All hands on deck. I mean, everyone. So we get the spot approval. We order the appraisal. We're going through. We get it approved, and then when the VOE came back, so this borrower of mine basically had a full-time job and a part-time job prior to going into the application. Well, during application, he didn't let me know this, but he quit the full-time job, and then he went full-time job on that part-time job at the time. Does that make sense? You guys all follow? Okay. So he had 2 jobs, one full-time, one part-time. He quit the full-time, went full-time on part-time. But, which is okay, guys. Okay, it's okay, because then we get this job offer letter or a letter from the HR stating, "Hey, congratulations, Mr. Lopez. You are now full-time, employee, blah, blah, blah," right? So all we need is a page stub. Okay. But obviously with the delay in the condo, because that took about nearly 4 weeks to get the spot approval for various reasons, which I'll cover next time. I requested the pay stubs, and whenever you're dealing with a borrower who just started new employment, okay, they better hope you hope, okay, that they are working full-time hours. So when we got the more recent pay stubs, it showed that he was actually only working about 35 hours a week. Okay, so I was like, oh my goodness, I was stressing out. And we got the VOE. What started it was the VOE, I believe. But the hours came in less. When we got the pay stub, sure enough, it was 72 or 70 hours per 2 weeks. And I was like, hey, Gus, like, what's going on? He's like, oh man, like, I didn't know this, but I thought I could see my patients. And once I finish with him, I could just leave early. But he's like, I recently got a slap on the wrist. I'm saying I can't do that. And I was like, great. But for the whole month of basically June, you worked less hours. He's like, is that an issue? I was like, yeah. Because now what happens is, if you have a client, if you have a borrower who started full-time work but isn't working those full-time hours, then they're going to have to go back and trace and do an average of hours for the past 2 years. But this guy's had so many different employments. We didn't want to do that. And he was already like a back end on an FHA. The back end ratio was already 55%. So we're going through this, and the team says, hey, why don't you get a letter from the employer stating, no, he's in fact full-time hours, blah, blah, blah. But at the very end, Gia goes, you know what? The last 2 pay stubs that we have are only 30 days ago. And I didn't realize this either, but
The most important part.
think
to
we lost
go off. Fortunately, for the first couple pay stubs, for the first 2 pay cycles, he did work full-time hours. It was the more recent 2 pay cycles he didn't. So we kept those, and then we didn't submit the more recent ones, and that's how we got over that issue. And that's what allowed us to go into CTC. That was a huge save by our team, right? Like literally that deal was saved because of that, right? So it was a learning lesson for me, right? And it's something I want to share with you guys too, if you ever come into that. But to C's point, it's like little things like that where, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's hard to, you kind of have to, kind of either go through it and experience it, or as you're reading the guidelines, you have to make inferences, not just take it for what it is, but to infer, like, what does that really mean, right? Under what circumstances can this apply to my benefit or the borrower's benefit? So again, big shout out to the Giving Tree processing team. Big shout out to Gia. That literally saved my deal, literally. And close of escrow is in 2 days, on Thursday. And this was one that was extended from the 11th. So, keep learning. To that point, guys, this is why I encourage you guys. Okay, even for those who might hear this on a recording, for those that are not on this call right now, Paul, Christine, whoever else, this is a platform that we want, right, to share our weekly wins, whatever it might be, for you guys to absorb and take away. As there are about a dozen of us, there's something to learn every week. Every file is different. There's something to be learned. Okay, so thank you guys all for sharing today. Right, and as I've kind of stressed over the weeks, one of the reasons I love being here at Giving Tree is the good people, yes, the rates, yes, and to be able to pick and choose the rates. The many lenders that we work with, right? I mean, we have upwards to 80, I think now, right? Obviously, different types of commercial or conventional, non-QM, obviously. Your stated products like Change Wholesale that we covered a couple weeks ago, mobile financing that C presented, and thank you, C, for that last week. But also commercial, right? So it's not unusual or nor abnormal for you as a residential loan officer to be out there and then to meet agents who are dibbling and dabbling into commercial, right? Or you have a client who just bought their house and happens to be a business owner and they're looking to expand, right? Working capital, or they want to buy the property in which their business operates out of, and they need some commercial guidance. The ask isn't really that you guys become commercial experts. I say that because I think that's doing a disservice to those who are commercial experts. It's a whole nother ballpark. And quite frankly, we don't have the resources to do that. I mean, it's years and years of training and development for these commercial loan officers. It's a different lingo at times, similar but also different. But we at Giving Tree, we do have the option of helping out commercial transactions. I personally have done a couple here at Giving Tree. I know C has recently done one with an SBA. Was it the Express C?
No, it was a SBA 7A.
7A. Okay.
Yep.
So that being said, just know that you guys have a commercial outlet here, outlets here. You don't have to necessarily, it's up to you, but you don't have to necessarily be the resident expert in commercial lending. It can be as simple as really a handoff, right? Like, hey, at Giving Tree, we offer several different commercial and business, financing outlets. If you're interested, I would love to help you out. And it would be, hey, we have a, so I'm primarily a mortgage loan officer. We do have partners at Giving Tree that do, that's all they do, commercial, they're experts at commercial lending. And it can just be a warm handoff, right? You could get on a 3-way call. I highly encourage you to get on a 3-way call just to see and hear how these commercial loan officers talk. But to be surprised that a lot of it's familiar territory, just being in residential. Now today, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I just want to provide you the information. Has anyone heard of SBA loans? Yeah, all of us, perhaps. Okay. Do you guys know what SBA stands for? Yeah.
Small business.
Yep, Small Business Administration, SBA, right? I would liken the SBA, right, a type of commercial product, okay, or program to, in the residential world, FHA, okay? So SBA, why SBA? Number one thing really is because of the loan down payment, right? In residential lending, what's like predominantly the low down payment program that we have in mortgage, FHA, right? 3.5% down payment. But the second thing, it's securitized by the government. So why do lenders? There's literally mortgage broker shops out there, okay, amongst us right now that only do FHA loans, okay. And why do they do it? It's rich in pricing, yes, but it's also because it's government securitized, right? So if a borrower defaults on it, the banks love it because there's minimal, I guess, if you will, liability because the government securitizes it. And same thing with SBA. So we're gonna do a quick rundown on the different SBA programs. Let me share you my screen.